a pleasure to be in Manchester for my second time, alhamdulillah. I came all the way from Australia. Who knows where's Australia? Who knows what they say in Australia? They don't say Assalamu alaikum when they see you. What do they say? G'day, mate. Yeah, alhamdulillah. No, it's a pleasure to be here. For those that don't know, Australia is very, very far away. I think I have to travel over 27 hours just to be here. So it's a really, really long trip, but I must admit, no matter how far away I roam, I still call Australia home. No, I'm joking. No matter how far away I go from home, it doesn't feel like I've went far away at all. Because you guys are all like family to me, brothers and sisters. Wallah, this deen is something beautiful that, Allah has put love in our hearts no matter how far we might be apart. So it's a beautiful thing that, you don't feel far away at all. But I must admit, it is extremely cold here. I didn't pack any clothes that much because I thought it was spring. So I just bought like one jumper. And I have to wear the same jumper every single night because I didn't bring that many jumpers. So, alhamdulillah. But anyways, not only is it really good to be here to meet the Muslim community, it's really good to be here as well because of the cause we're supporting tonight for Islamic Relief to help out the orphans, to help out the needy people. It's really an initiative that I was really, really passionate to be involved in and I was really eager to be a part of because a lot of people might not know, but about the beginning of last year, I had the privilege of going with Islamic Relief Australia to Palestine, Gaza, to Syria and also to Egypt, or actually the border of Syria so we don't get in jail. So we went and visited the refugees and it was one of the most insightful experiences of my whole entire life. It was one of the experiences that actually shaped my poetry, shaped who I am, and just, shapes your understanding of the world that we live in. Because it's one thing to watch videos on YouTube, it's one thing to look at pictures, but it's another thing to be there in the flesh, to actually interact with the people that such hardship is affecting. So it was honestly one of the most eye-opening experiences of my whole entire life. One of the most pivotal points was going to the Zaatari camp. Who knows where's the Zaatari camp? No one? The border of Jordan and Syria. This is one of the biggest refugee camps in the world. It has over 1 million refugees in there. And visiting this place was possibly one of the scariest places I've been to. You've got children, women, you've got millions of people crowded into little tents which are no thicker than the jumper I'm wearing today. So I'm here complaining about the cold here, but trust me, it's a whole lot worse over there. You go and you see little children just walking around freezing, and it's really, really, it's an emotional experience that the most painful part for me was having to leave that night because we had to leave after sunset because it was getting really, really cold, and we had to go back to our hotels. And I just felt so bad. I'm like, so we're going to sleep in our hotels while they have to sleep here? And it tears you inside, absolutely tears you inside. I remember the tour guide that was taking us around the Zaatari camp, he actually told me that he had to go to hospital for 3 days straight after his first day in the camp. I told him why. He goes, depression. He goes, it tears you up so hard, he became a bit mentally unstable for like 3 whole days. And it's just to give you a picture of what it's like. But subhanAllah. Another thing I really had to mention was that although yes, we are going through hardship, although we are going through pain and suffering, although, really, we're going through a really, really distressing time, there's something that I found in all these people. Whether it was the refugees I saw in Syria, whether it was the people I saw in Gaza. They had one thing in common, and that was the theme of tonight's show, the first line. They had hope. They had hope like I've never seen hope before. We had little kids walking around the refugee camps in Jordan, Syrian little children. He's walking around smashing 2 tambourines together. I don't know where he got tambourines from. And he's singing Jannah, Jannah, Jannah. It's a beautiful Syrian anashid, calling to paradise. And then in Gaza, we saw the same thing amongst the children there. We met one little child. She was I think her name was Rahma. We asked her, come with us to Australia. We'll give you an education, we'll give you food, we'll give you whatever you need. come with us to Australia, leave Gaza behind, leave the disaster, leave the destruction, and come with us. She goes, I'm not going nowhere. We go, we'll give you everything you've ever wanted, an education, nice food. She goes, I'm not leaving this country. We said, why? She said, I'm going to die here. And that is the hope that is within these people. That I've never seen hope like this, I've never seen it before. I've always said, if what happened in Syria happened in Australia, we would possibly die of depression or just lock ourselves inside and not be hopeful at all. So the first poem I'm going to do was actually inspired from this trip. Inspired from the hope that I witnessed. And you've probably heard this before, but nevertheless it's a hopeful poem on how to get victory, inshallah.